morning. Thank you very much to all of you this morning for joining us at I Am an Entrepreneur. It's our very first time in Rustenburg, so this is quite an exciting moment for us to come and meet you in your province and chat about a sector I think that's close to everybody's heart, particularly in Rustenburg, mining and metals or the resources sector. My name is Lynette Nduli. I am your host this morning, and I come from an organization by the name of Ignite SA. This month, I'm an Entrepreneur is just over 2 years in the journey, and really the purpose of it is to have sessions just like today's, interactive, very informative and educational, and really speak truth to entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurs, unlike people who work in corporates, don't often have too many support structures because it's a very lonely place to be. There's very few of us, and often you don't have these little associations where you spend time with other entrepreneurs. So I guess it's also a bit of an AA for entrepreneurs, and to that extent, I think today went brilliantly.
I've been in the telecom space for over 10 years right now, and the most exciting journey has been with the Yellow Company.
Why we partnered up with I Am an Entrepreneur is very simple. We are MTN business, so primarily our task is to look after businesses in terms of growing them and ensuring that they are profitable through our communication and resources that we do provide and communication solutions to businesses.
As a global company, obviously, when we're operating in any specific region, we have to look at what is current, what is most important, and what affects the economy and the social outlook of that place mostly. And we really saw entrepreneurship as a vehicle to create economic change. We believe that having a passion for life is something that's very, very important, and entrepreneurship speaks directly to that. So it only made sense that we partner with a vehicle that would allow us to touch as many of these kinds of people as possible.
I would like to say thank you for inviting us, Teboho. It was really nice to be here, and you've motivated me a lot. I wish you all the best on your businesses.
My name is Michael Teboho Mashinini. I'm from the IDC Northwest Province. Basically, what I'm going to do, the process of my presentation is like this. I'm going to take you through a brief history of the IDC so that you guys can understand what the IDC is. I'll take you through a summary of what transactions we've been involved in the province. I'll also take you through the products that we have as the IDC, what sectors we cover, and I'll also take you through the number of clients that we funded in the province specifically.
Basically what the IDC is, it's a development funding institution, and how we link with I'm an Entrepreneur is we just basically with them on these roadshows so that we can identify specific entrepreneurs that we would be able to fund and assist them with accessing the funds of the IDC. The IDC as a DFI is there to assist entities that are involved in industrial development.
Daphne Mashile Nkosi, who's been in the mining industry for many, many years now, manganese and many others, including coal, spoke about her journey as an entrepreneur and when she started. And when you think about her success today, you don't often think that she's gone through the challenges that we typically still go through as we build our own businesses.
I always say, as a way of introduction, I was lucky that I was born left-handed. I was lucky that I was born black. I was lucky that I was a female. I was lucky that I was born in a rural area. And these are qualities that have actually made me who I am.
When you realize how much she has sacrificed and how tenacious she is and the type of risks she has taken to get as far as she has in this particular game, you also then realize that she entirely deserves her success and all of the recognition and the accolades that have come with it.
For me, the overall event was quite good because it allowed for questions and answer sessions, and it's real people, it's real entrepreneurs that have genuine questions that they've encountered in their work environment, and therefore I was excited that I was talking to people that I can at least share information, impart knowledge, but not necessarily that it's almost everything that I said is the way to go, but also to learn and grow and take whatever they think, will best suit their own environment.
The biggest challenge in my life was my own black people. Yes. In all the structures. Because they did not believe in themselves. Even when I made sense, I did not make sense. And that is why I like talking to young people, young professionals, people like you who are qualified, because you are sitting in these big organizations. You take decisions, and sometimes you actually don't think to say, by the way, who I am. If you want to go into easy money, go for it. We know those that started with us, that wanted easy money. They did get the easy money, and we used to envy them. I've been working for 5 years. He's got the money. But let me tell you, it's not sustainable. I can tell you, all of them, or most of them, and I'm saying this because I'm trying to encourage you that you need to work hard. You need to focus. You need to say every day at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, did I do a day's worth of work? And if the answer is no, tomorrow you must work 16 hours. Come 1997, 1994, people were running around wanting to be MPs, MECs, because you want to be something as black people, to prove that you are as good as anybody else. Either wanted to be a minister or to be somewhere to belong, and those of us that were left by the wayside, we had to look for something else. And we then chose economic transformation, because you can have power, but power without money is nothing. Because you'll go to Pick n Pay, your credit card will say it declined. It has happened to me, where I would buy with my husband 2 trolleys full. You go to Pick n Pay, you pay because there was money, but there was a debit order, will leave it, and then there's nothing. So you stand next to the teller with 2 trolleys full packed, and you're very proud, and it declined. Oh, no, sorry, ma'am. I think I'm coming back. I'll be back. I'm going to check and the manager of the bank. ATM, you are trying, it is 0-0. You can't go back. I never went back to that Pick n Pay until today. I was so embarrassed. As entrepreneurs, I always call myself a hustler. I'm a hustler, and I continue to be a hustler. But organized, you plan your things to make sure that you succeed as a hustler. I was a hustler because if I was not, I would never have gone to the awards knowing that I'm coming here this morning.
Most of the time we're invited to these networking events, and the high profile guest speakers, they don't arrive. So it's a great pleasure that you took your time to come here to Rustenburg. I'm very impressed. And I know you are a very busy woman, but if it's possible that you can mentor me, I have a challenge in terms of access to markets. When I go to Impala Platinum, I force them to give me a vendor, because they were saying to me, you need to be ISO 9001 certified, you need to have all the right, technical skills and all that. So currently they ring-fence some of the opportunities for local doorstep companies. But they cannot, expect me to operate in a village, because there are no 3-phase electricity and all that. So currently when I go out and look for funding, people look for order books. I don't have all these orders that I get from the mines. Maybe you can assist me with your networks, because I can fabricate, hoppers and chutes. I can fabricate battery boxes for the locomotives, and NYDA took me to Germany for metal fabrication internship. So I know that I can get there. I can get my company ISO 9001 certified. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What I can tell you here in this room is that, yes, I can get some of my networks to assist you. There's the biggest steel fabrication company in the country. Fortunately, I'm very close to the CEO. It's called Tubula. Tony Trinidad. You send me an email, I'll give you my business cards. I'll give you business cards. You send me an email, I will talk to Tony. They have the biggest training center in Wheatbank and another one in Katu. They do everything, all the certification that you'd want in ISO 9000 and all that, from electricals to steel fabrication, to piping, to valves, to everything.
Entrepreneurs have a sense of understanding their needs and understanding what sort of requirements they need, not only from the IDC but also from the private sector perspective, you know. And the whole interaction today was actually quite informative, because you take a lot from it, not only from presenting but also from gathering the questions from the individuals that asked the questions. I really enjoyed today's section.